Hi guys, how are you today? How are you? Okay, we got to talk about last night's episode. Now, I knew it. I knew it was just a matter of time before the real shit show began. Because you have to remember, let's just face it. In order to get on 90 Day Fiance, you must have some kind of problem, okay? It's like for crazies only. You have to have a PhD in craziness. Now it's starting to come to light because up until now, for me, it was just too damn normal. It was just too normal. But now, finally, the shit show has arrived. Let's start with the new guy, okay? I mean, oh my God. His name is Tim. He is dating a girl named Lisa. I hope I said that correctly. Okay, so now listen. So he admits on his very first time on the show that he cheated on Lisa, and in order for her to trust him, he's going to move down to Medellin, Colombia, and be with her. Now, huh? What? First of all, have you guys heard the saying, once a cheater, always a cheater? I'm not trying to be bad on you, Tim, but you don't have the very good track record, first of all. You have been arrested in the past, I believe it was 2015, for a DUI. Okay, so he loves his alcohol. He loves the party scene. I'm not buying that good guy act that he was giving. Oh, I'm so remorseful for what I did. You're a partier, okay? Let's just keep it real. This is about being real, people, okay? He's a partier and he's going to Medellin. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, people. Isn't that the same place that Pablo Escobar was from? Medellin is no joke, okay? You can't run down there and pull the same stuff there that you're pulling here. They are not kidding around with you, people. That country's strict. It's full of a lot of what do I call it? Holes that you could fall into. You can get back into the alcohol scene. If you want to cheat on her, they're known for being tight-knit. Okay, her family will come after you. I don't know if this is a good idea. Okay, you're trying to play it off like you're some good guy, real remorseful for cheating on her, and you want to be sorry and you want sympathy, just like your friends. Okay, I'm not falling for it, people. The last thing he needs to do is go down to Medellin. Okay, it's no joke. That's like, I don't want to say it, but they don't play. They don't play down there. Okay, the Colombian women are sassy. They don't take too kindly to being lied to, and they especially don't take to being cheated on. Your life could be in danger. I'm just saying. If you go down there and it looks like you're going to hightail it down there, you got to get your act together, Tim. No more drinking, no more cheating. Her family will come after you, and then probably the local citizens, because they're all tight-knit down there. It's no joke. It's kind of rough. Okay, there, I said it. Medellin is no joke. I just, listen, it was the home of the Pablo Escobar, and we know he was no joke. I don't know if this is a good idea, Tim. I mean, if I'm not falling for your I'm sorry, good guy act, I don't think my Lisa will fall for it either. I don't think it's a good idea. So we're going to ask questions about that when I take calls from the public. Okay. Can you guys hear me? I'm told I can't be heard. Let me know in the comment section if you can't hear me. So that's what I think about Tim, okay? Good guy act, not buying it at all, okay? Let's move on to another nut job. Now, when I say nut job, I mean it in a very, very nice way, okay? But we all know that something's just not quite where Yazin, okay? Okay, so the episode opened up. He exploded on Brittany, okay? Because she had a bottle of tequila or whatever the hell it was, and he wasn't playing that. He showed a whole different side. Now, according to Brittany, she has never seen this side of him before. Okay, fine. I'm going to go ahead and go out on a limb here with Brittany. Now, you guys all know I like Brittany. I don't think she's the sharpest knife in the drawer. Okay, there, I said it. I like her. I can still like people that aren't that sharp, right? Is that bad? Is that bad? No, it's not bad. Listen, oh, Brittany. She sat there really quiet while Yazin turned into, he raged. Oh, he totally raged. She was going off, enough. And to other people, this is alarming behavior, but maybe not to Brittany. she might be used to it, okay? Because, you know, it came out yesterday on Sarcasm about her ex, okay? I'm not going to say his name yet, about her ex. He didn't have the best record, okay? She said that he was deported, but she left out a lot of stuff like he has a record, okay, people? He's gotten in trouble in the past for like driving without a license, possession of marijuana, tampering with evidence. That would be a warning sign to me, but I guess Brittany's used to it. Running from the cops. Running from the cops. So he's been in trouble with the law quite a few times. That's what initiated his ICE looking into his past and realizing that he wasn't even a legal citizen over here. Now, granted, he came over here from his mom. His mom brought him over here when he was very young. I believe they said it was 9 or 7, one of those numbers. He was in the single digits when he came over here. But once he got here, he didn't lead in, like, you know, the most exemplary life. I mean, he was a troublemaker. There, I said it, okay? These are warning signs, Brittany. When people run from the cops, you don't want to go marrying them. I mean, well, she's still married, and now, not only that, she's ignoring the signs of the warning signs. I don't know what's going on. Hold on, guys. Can you guys hear me? I don't know. I'm just going to keep going because I'm in the middle. And if you can't hear me, just let me know in the chat section. These are warning signs. When somebody runs from the cops, now I'm not shaming cop runners, okay? If you're a cop runner, you know, I'm sure you're a very nice person, but for me, I just don't see me marrying you. Okay, there. I guess you guys can hear me now. Okay. Don't forget, I got people in the chat trying to help me out. Okay, now, cop runners are not the people you kind of want to marry, Brittany. These are warning signs. You married him anyway. That marriage did not last. I mean, happy times did not last because he's still your husband. So you go over to Jordan and you make more mistakes, okay? What Yazin did on last night's episode, the rage that he created about you having a bottle of tequila or whatever the hell it was, dropping you off at the damn hotel and hightailing it out of there. Now you're stuck over there by yourself with the only person to protect you has a problem with controlling his anger. Brittany, I love you to death. I don't see how this is going to work out. I mean, and you can go on as many television shows as you want, because yesterday she went on ET, Entertainment, trying to convince us that this was a good decision, okay? This is what she said. I'm not making it up. I'm going to read verbatim what she said. Oh, Brittany. Where's your dad? I mean, this is not a good situation, okay? Danger sign. She says, that behavior in that moment was shocking. But after dealing with my ex, you know, the cop runner, she says, after dealing with my ex, and, you know, I grew up. For the most part, I grew up in Palm Beach. But I'm from 79th Street in Chicago, so not much scares me. We're not talking about you being scared. We're talking about it being a warning sign. You don't want to marry cop runners, and you don't want to marry people that go into a rage because you brought a bottle of tequila. I mean, I'm sure if he would have said, that's not allowed, in a calm voice, you would have got the same point, but he decided to rage against it. She says, he usually is very calm and sweet and very understanding. So I was like, you must need a nap or something. A nap, Brittany. No. He doesn't need a nap. You need a nap. These are warning signs of people you don't marry. Okay, but okay, if you want to convince us that, you know, Yasmin is the perfect gentleman that only, you know, flies into a rage when he sees tequila bottles, then I guess we'll accept it. But, you know, you pretty much have gotten yourself stuck in Jordan with this guy, and you're already married. It's a big mess. I'm sorry, Brittany. I can't hang on any longer. I tried to be there for you, but no. This is a disaster in waiting, and it's probably the reason why they gave you the call back to be on 90 Day Fiance because they have strict criteria for joining that show. And one is you must have a PhD in nut jobism, okay? And it seems like you qualify. So last night, Yasmin left her in a hotel room all by her lonesome. And so that's how that episode ended. Warning signs all over the place. Now let's move on to my man Jihoon, okay? I love Jihoon. I agree with Devin. Like, are you allergic to working or something, Jihoon? You got to get a real job to take care of your family, a real job. But in the meantime, I guess, Devin has it covered. So on last night's episode, Devin brought her mother over to stay with them for a while, and she met Jihoon's parents. The problem is they got a apartment, and it looks like in the Korean hood. Now, I know there are hoods in every country, and it looks like that's where Devin accidentally or on purpose, maybe she didn't have enough money, wanted to stay in the hood, and the mom wasn't feeling it. She tried to be nice to Jihoon's parents in the beginning with that tight grip hug, very welcoming. But then as she drove further and further into the hood, she couldn't hold back, okay? She made it very known that you're gonna live here? Oh my God, this is beneath me. This isn't America. You should have held your tongue because at the end of the day, this is Devin's choice. She wants to live in the hood, okay? She's with Jihoon, who's my boy. I love Jihoon. He's so sweet. He's so funny. He's just, he's allergic to jobs. But, you shouldn't have said anything, Mom. This is Devin's choice. It is what it is. I like Devin very much, but, until Jihoon gets his act together, I wouldn't remain over there. Just a personal preference. Now let's move to the new soldier boy. That's what I'm calling. That's what I'm calling Binyam. Okay. Oh my God. Ariella, what are you thinking? Oh God, I'm not trying to be bad news Betty here. I'm just not. But like I gave Brittany all of her warning signs, and and Tim, there's warning signs that Tim, you're not making the best decision. This is more people than warning signs about Binyam. Okay, so she wants to leave the U.S. She did leave the U.S. in this episode. No one talked her out of it. She decides to go over there to Ethiopia. Now, I'm sure Ethiopia is a nice place in all of that, but the facts are the facts. The medical, it concerns me. There, I said it. I don't know if that was the best decision. But, it gets worse. You're thinking it gets worse than that? It gets worse than that. She wants to marry a guy who's already been married before. That marriage didn't work out. That's a warning sign to me, Not saying that I can't marry someone that's already been married, but, I need to know why that marriage fell apart. Okay, so, you're not my number one choice. But, okay, fine, she got over that. Who doesn't have a relationship with this child. Does it ring a bell in your head, Ariella? Okay, so you go ahead and overlook that and have a baby with him anyway. It just doesn't make sense, Ariella. And then it's not, how would I put this without being, Ethiopia is a beautiful country, but it's not as modern, I'll put it that way, as the U.S. Okay, I mean, I don't know how that's going to work. It's just, I don't know if that was a smart decision. I'll put it that way. We'll talk about it in the chat, guys. And then last but not least, my boy, Kenny. Oh my God, my heart broke for Kenny. You could tell he's very close with his children. They were boo-hooing as he packed up to leave. I was boo-hooing. I mean, you deserve to be happy. You're going to miss your children. I don't know. Both parties can't be happy. So, as long as you're happy, but that family, they're close knit. Kenny he could not stop crying. I couldn't stop crying. I don't know. I mean, I like Armando. I don't know what's going to happen. I mean, maybe they can come down and visit a lot, but right now, him packing up and leaving, it really made my heart bleed, people. It really did. So that's my reaction of last night's episode. Let's find out what you guys thought about it. I mean, woo, it was crazy, people. It was crazy. Hi, Perry. How are you?
Hey, talk to me. What's up, girl? How you doing?
Who do you feel is in the greatest danger?
Well, I sort of feel Brittany probably is in the greater danger, but I just wanted to say something to you. Like, no matter how sweet you come across with it, when you call somebody a nut job, it is bad. So, I mean, just to get that out the way.
Yeah.
No matter how, you know, you want to say it, how nice you want to say it. But I think Brittany is, because, I mean, I think one of your commenters said, I think it was Sherry Townsend, right? And she had said, well, how come these women don't do research before they go over there? And you know what, Sherry? I think the reason why they don't do research is because they feel like they're Americans, right? And if you look at all the shows, most Americans feel like they can go to any country and do whatever they want to do. And they feel like they're protected by America, right? Which they don't have any idea. Once they leave and go to a foreign country, hey, they
live by their rules.
New country laws and stuff like that, you know. And I think that's crazy, but I think that's why they do it. And then with this Tim situation, I feel like Tim is not going to work down there, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, temptation gonna be too much for him. If he's already a cheater, he's gonna women, and he gonna start seeing them walk around, and temptation is gonna overwhelm him. But you playing with people that's not gonna take it lightly. Her family. Okay, so he's putting himself in danger. I think Brittany is just, you know, I'm gonna say like a clout chaser to a certain thing, and very naive, right? She's very naive. And going through all this stuff. Ariella, is that her name? Ariella,
yeah.
Okay. Now, to me, I think her thing is she's very immature. Ooh. And the choices she makes, she's avoiding reality, right? That's why she don't stay in her parents. That's why she go on to these other countries. And she's been there many times and spending life over there because it's easier for her, because she don't have to deal with reality, right? Her parents will support her. She can go out and do all these childish things. Oh, I think that's going on with her.
Do you think that that's mean to call someone childish? Isn't it better just to call them a nut job?
Well, no, a nut job can insinuate that you actually judging them on a mental.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well,
right? But I'm just saying, I'm just being real though. But when you're childish and immature, I just got to call it out for what it is. I mean, she's not being an adult woman. Most adult women is not going to make those kind of choices.
Yeah.
So, you know, call it what you make.
That's really good, Perry. Thank you for giving your opinion. Stay on the line. Gio, who has the biggest warning sign in your opinion?
My opinion, the biggest warning sign is Asuelu and Asuelu.
I forgot.
No, not the Asuelu, but my biggest warning sign, what I seen just now, what I just watched, is Jihan. You know, like he's a good person. Don't get it twisted. For me, seeing what he was the way he presents himself to the family and stuff, his mind is that you can tell he has a lot of resentment from them. So when he basically was like showing the apartment, it necessarily doesn't matter about where they live at. It just matters about how the way how Devin mom took to the situation by just dropping the F-bomb in the car. I think that he handled the situation in a good manner, and he came off good. But I just think that it's a big warning sign that why would she want to go over there? And you just heard her say that I'm gonna leave with my mom. I mean, this is from the get-go. Like, he don't have a good paying job to pay for you and them two babies. Like, you got a whole toddler and you got a brand new baby. Why would she leave America to go over there? And she knew that these warning signs was gonna happen again, because then she went over there before with him, and it was like the same thing, if not worse. Now it's worse again. So they got an Airbnb. You see what I'm saying? So that Airbnb, that ain't somewhere you can live. You only live there for a couple of days, maybe a couple of weeks, or maybe a month, but you have to pay that up front. It just looks like that's a big major warning sign to not even be over there. She shouldn't have even went over there. She should have let him come over to America and figure things out with the family.
What do you think's going to happen over there? You think he's going to try to stay?
I don't think Devin is going to try to stay over there. From what I was seeing, he's going to make her. He's going to make her stay. She's going to end up like staying because he's going to beg her. to stay there. But I don't think that I see her living that wise. Nah, unless if he get a job, a good paying job, which is it's not gonna happen soon. You know, that just don't come overnight. You know, so nah, she ain't gonna live over there.
Stay on the line. For some reason, we got a lot of people want to voice their opinion today. Stay on the line. Hi, Zane. How are you? Zane, I could see you in the backyard. Just hang on and see if you can resolve these problems. Let me take another caller. Hi, Debbie. How are you?
Hey, Sharrell. How are you?
Good. What was the biggest warning sign to you last night?
My biggest warning is I spoke to you guys the other day about Brittany and those medications she was on. And I was telling you guys how they weren't narcotics.
Yeah.
And generally, when those prescriptions are given, it's because somebody has underlying abuse issues. And then last night, when I watched it, it just confirmed it when I saw her swigging on that bottle of vodka straight out of the bottle.
You know what, Debbie? Now that you're bringing that to my attention, that could be a problem. I mean, they could have both of them could have.
Yeah,
like
it's definitely a problem.
Oh my gosh,
those medications are so old school. Like we just don't prescribe them. And like I said the last time, the trazodone under 800 milligrams is prescribed for people who have underlying conditions with abuse for sleep medication, but over 800 milligrams is for antipsychotic. And then the other medication that she had mentioned she was on is also a non-narcotic pain medication. So if somebody's got chronic pain, you know, generally we're going to prescribe them like something like a 5 milligram Percocet or Lortab or something like that.
Yeah.
The only reason we wouldn't give them something is if they have an underlying abuse issue. And that just confirmed it.
Point. I mean, it could be more to this than we see. Listen, Debbie, thanks for calling in. I really appreciate it. We got a lot of people in the back today.
Yeah, great seeing you guys again. Have a good
Thank
day.
you. Great point, by the way. Let's bring in another person. Hi, Zane. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. What was the biggest warning sign to you last night?
When Brittany arrived and he saw that liquor bottle and hug her, I was like, she need to turn around and get right back on that plane and go back home.
Isn't that a dangerous situation to be in? She's there by herself, and he was spazzing out, wasn't he?
I mean, they've met up before, so I'm sure she just didn't hug somebody out of the blue, and I'm sure that they drank before, so I'm sure she fully expected that that's what she was going to do, even though she knew probably that's not something that they can do in that country. But I would have got right back on that plane because, I mean, that is like abuse. She is in for a life of abuse if she stays there.
But can't you see, did you hear the part when I was talking about her ex, the cop runner? This is a pattern. Some women get used to being treated that way. And maybe Brittany's one of those women.
I mean, maybe that's what she likes. I mean,
yeah. I mean,
I don't know. I mean, some people do. I know people like that.
Yeah, it's crazy. Thanks for calling in, Zane. Right. We got a lot of people today. I appreciate you calling in. Thanks. Bye. Hi, Natasha?
Yes, Natasha.
Sound off. What was the biggest warning sign last night?
Okay, so first of all, hey Sharrell, hey everybody. Oh my gosh, this is my first time on, yay! And I'm at work, so I'm gonna hurry up.
Okay, I'll hurry.
But I just wanted to say, Brittany, of course, not only. Can you hear me?
Yeah, it froze for a minute. Go ahead.
Okay. So Brittany, not only the fact that she has some issues, of course, with abuse as far as physical, if possibly physical, and then verbal abuse, she also has to consider where she is. She's in Jordan. And she seems like one of those girls that like to wear like the halter tops, the shorts, and, you know, get a good time. And she should have did her research on that country before just falling head over heels for some guy, because they don't play that. You know, you have to cover yourself up and all of that. Me personally, I think she just needs to go back home, try a different country, cut her losses. I mean, because she's not stable enough to be able to handle being in Jordan. She just needs to go back to Florida.
That is warning signs all over the place. But we all know in real time she's still there, and she's going around trying to convince us that it's not as bad as it looks. But it looks really bad, doesn't it?
And where is her dad? Like, I don't know any real father that will want their daughter to be over in Jordan with all of these signs of abuse. I mean, I'm pretty sure maybe he doesn't know the extent of this
And
guy.
try to stop her, but she's a grown woman. What else can he do?
Yeah, that's true. But I'm praying for her because I fear for her at this point.
Especially after knowing her background with the cop runner. I think she could just be used to being treated that way. It's crazy. Listen, Natasha, thanks for calling me. I really appreciate it. Okay, bye. Hi, Zane.
Hey, how are you doing?
Tell me
Can
the
you hear
biggest
me?
warning sign for you last night.
I think I'm concerned more for Yazan. He seems to be wrapped between his family being way too conservative and Brittany being Brittany. So I think he's the one who's gonna be stressed up, and it's showing with his temper and his impatience with her because he had a lot of expectations, and obviously he has all these expectations that his parents put on him, and then he had Brittany, and she 100% doesn't match the expectations.
You
So
are
I
right.
think
It's going to get worse
he's
when
gonna
his
explode.
parents, when his parents have a big influence. He's going to feel pulled this way, and he likes hanging with her. This is going to be a mess. I don't see how. And she's still married. We cannot forget that. I checked
That's
before I
gonna
went
be a
on.
bomb
She's still
episode.
married. Yeah.
Yep.
It's
And the thing is, being pulled that hard in those two directions, it takes a certain level of maturity to be able to handle it. And he's already showing so weak when it comes to handling himself. So I'm really concerned about Brittany, but I think she needs to turn it down a notch a little bit if she wants to be safe in Jordan.
What do you think made him snap last night? Breaking the rules or worrying about how it looked?
Okay, it's a series of events. Let's just go slowly. In Jordan, you obviously can drink, and there's areas where you cannot drink, where you can do a lot of stuff. I think his morals. He doesn't want her to drink, and he told her. So it's the drink mixed with the jealousy of her hugging the camera crew, and then when in the car she was talking about her ex. And in a lot of Arabs, they don't want to hear about exes. They don't want to hear about your experiences. They think, oh, this is the past. This is the future. This is the present. You're gonna talk about me. So the conversation about her ex, I think that's what triggered him because immediately he snapped.
Yeah, he did snap. Listen, Zay, thanks for calling in. I appreciate
you
calling in. See you next time. Bye. Avalati, girl,
Hi.
what was the biggest warning sign for you?
I actually don't think he's a drug addict. I think he has insomnia. Because when I was in college, I had a little bit of insomnia, and it used to do the same thing with me. Like with my eyes, I used to have it like black right here, and it would like everything was a high and low. So when somebody would irritate me, any little thing would set me off. I personally think that's what he's going through.
Well, I mean, Brittany herself said in her own Instagram that he takes these things, and she didn't say it like he had insomnia. She was saying like he was abusing it.
Yeah, but I mean, Brittany might think it's just a thing because she probably is a party girl and does little things too. But from the way he's acting, I don't think like because how mad he got, that would not do it.
Yeah, that was crazy. It was bad. All right, Avalati, stay on the line. I'm trying to get everyone in. Hi, Malika. How are you?
I'm good, Sharrell. How are you, dear?
What was the biggest warning sign to you last night?
We already know how I feel about Brittany and Yazan, so I won't talk about that today. But I think what really affected me was seeing how Benjamin lives, and I really am worried about Ariella. I mean, the man lives with his brother and his wife.
Yeah.
You know, he's 30. Well, he's like 30-something years old, and
Yeah.
he's got like 5 part-time jobs. You know. And from what we see in the previews with the type of housing that he's providing for her, the man is poor.
Yeah,
I mean,
no toilet seat. That's crazy. Yeah, I mean,
you know,
But you
And
know
I
what?
can understand the concern. Go ahead.
Out of everybody, she's the one that's really has to go through with the situation that she put herself in because there's a baby involved. I mean, what is she gonna do? Just go home and I don't know. It's a mess. Now it's starting to get good. I will say.
I want to know what the backstory is behind. There's something behind his curtain because he's been to America before.
Yeah,
It's not like he's never been to America.
that first marriage is a huge warning sign to me. You not having a
Mhm.
relationship with your child, that's a huge warning sign for me. Oh my gosh. It's getting good. It's getting good. But I think it's a little bit better than before the 90 days and happily ever after because these are real life problems. What do you think?
Yes,
Yeah.
I think so too. That's what's keeping me engaged, so
Yeah.
to speak, with this.
Yeah.
Because I mean, we all know what last season was about. We don't even have to talk about that.
We,
So
we can't we can't talk about it now.
you
We
know,
have time. Anyway, thanks for calling in, Malika. I'm trying to get everyone in. Thank you.
all right, dear.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, guys. Sound off. Last
What?
night.
Okay, can I go?
Yeah, go ahead.
I just want to address something. Okay. Zane came on and said that he thinks it's not so much Brittany that he's worried about. He's worried about Yazin, right?
Uh-huh.
But this where I'm going to disagree. Yazin, he's saying Yazin is worrying about his family, culture, as far as her having an ex, as far as her drinking and things like that.
Mhm.
But think about this, right? If he was so concerned about that, he knew that when he was on her fan only.
Mhm.
He knew she was shaking it.
Mhm.
He knew he was drinking it. And so he knew that what she was about, right?
Okay.
He knew
Something's
that.
wrong with Malika. Hold. Let me try it again. Something's going on. I tried to bring Malika Avalati.
Sorry.
That's okay. Go ahead. Go
So
ahead.
I'm saying that Yazin knew that's what she was about. So let's not flip the script now when she come over and the only reason he picked her, if she
No, that's not what he said, Terry. He said that she is wild. Okay, she likes to drink and everything. He's saying that he's torn. He likes her. He wants to marry her.
Sure, I get it. But my point is, he's not that torn because he would have had those same feelings of being torn before he brought her over there.
Oh, maybe.
That's all I'm saying, because you can't buy a bottle of alcohol not thinking you buying a bottle of alcohol. You know what you're getting. And think about it. If he thought she was some other kind of way, then he would simply pick the girl down the street that fit in his culture, right?
Well, what do you think about what Perry's saying? Do you think that Azin is not a victim? He knew exactly what he was getting himself into? That's basically what Perry's saying.
It's like this. He knew that girl was a drunk. She be drinking. I'm not trying to down her, nothing like that. But at the same time, for you to take a big old Patron bottle over there like that and just, she sipped it straight. She didn't have no chaser. She was going. He even smoked something too. Y'all didn't see he smoked something. When he was at the airport, I think he was hitting the hashish.
Was he smoking like this or was he smoking like this?
He was like, he did something so fast to where you couldn't see what he had in his hand and you just seen the smoke come out. So he was smoking too. Like both of them got abusive problems towards like doing substances, especially with Brittany's ex, like what you said, the cop runner situation. It's like this. If she dating cop runners, why you think she ain't gonna want nobody that got some hood in them? You know what I'm saying? Yazan probably got that Middle Eastern Jordan hood in them. Everywhere's the hood. So that's probably what's going on. She like that. She like it.
Yeah, it's crazy. Did you see him smoking anything, Avalati?
Yeah, I mean, I really don't pay attention to him. I think that the one in Colombia, something about that story ain't adding up. So I got to do a little investigating.
It really is not. I mean, first of all, I believe this firmly. Once a cheater, always a cheater. And what I mean by that is keep her eye on him, okay? And he had a DUI in the past. Medellin, you guys know who Pablo Escobar is. No joke. Like you can't.
We know.
It's no joke, okay? He's gonna go over there and cheat on her again, and child, I ain't no telling what's gonna happen to him. I'm just saying. I'm not wishing her bad luck. Let's start taking questions.
Oh, and Big Man, he's lying. Something about him, because I saw the video with him and his ex-wife, and something about them is not right. The ex-wife, I'm sure you could probably get her on because she's go all over the blogs and stuff like that.
What are you saying? Something's not right. You think that this is a fake storyline?
Not fake, but like there's something more to it because he came to America before. Yeah. And I know with the spousal visa, you can only do it 3 times. So the reason why she's not trying to bring him back is I don't think he can be back. But there's something with how their relationship ended that they're not being clear about. Like they both aren't saying, but it's something, I don't know if it's abuse. It's something, there's an issue there.
Wow. I mean, maybe Avalati has a point. Let's start reacting to the callers. Ashley, click the streamer link. Oh, hi, Kat. How are you? Kat, God is going to come through for you, believe. Okay. I think she's talking to Perry. Men do that a lot. They know what you're about, and then they get you and try to change you. Oh, what about that? Do you think he knows what Brittany's about and he's going to try to change her?
Sharrell, I'm saying he knew what he was getting. So that was on the Yasmin part. So I'm not feeling bad for him. But I'm going to be equally fair here, right? I'm not feeling bad for Brittany neither. Because most people want to say, oh, maybe the poor child didn't know what she was getting into. Poor Brittany. You know what? Let's keep it real, people. We're not 15 to 16 years old on this channel, okay? It's a pattern with people. If she says she's been with people from 24 to 84, is a reason. Some people just in their life like to, instead of finding a loving partner and stuff like that, they love to find that partner with drama, okay? And so she's picking the same kind of people as her previous husband, right? Because she's still, her husband.
Her husband,
So when you go with that pattern of picking the same person, it's something about you, and we can say, "Oh, poor Brittany," but it has to be something there that she like about these type of controlling men. So,
I mean, Perry, you got to think about this though. She from Chicago. I didn't even know she was from 79th, 73rd, or something like that. I know people in Chicago over in them areas. That's a war zone. So them man out there, they do that to them women. Some of them man, it's good man everywhere, but Chicago, it's like a trend, you know, like to treat certain women a certain type of way, like they don't have no say over there in Chicago. Them dudes run everything. They send them out to do stuff. They send them out to set people up. She probably like that drama.
Oh yeah, no, I get it. Yeah, I mean, she like that drama, but I'm saying even though if I can step out my door and see 10 bad women, it's also 5 good women out there. But it was still a conscious effort, right, to date these kind of men. That's what I'm saying. I mean, we both saying the same thing, but I'm saying it's a conscious effort. It's something she wants because the nice guys don't do anything for her mentally.
Yeah, I know the type, don't you, Avalati? The girls that love the bad boys. That seems to be Brittany.
Well, I think the reason why Brittany is acting this way is I'm sure it's very difficult to get back to America right now. And if she says the wrong thing, would you really want to say the wrong thing when you're with him?
Yeah, she's got a point. She's over there. What if she's stuck over there? Because, you know, with the pandemic and everything, and she's got to act and say certain things. That could be an issue too, guys. I mean, it's a lot. I mean,
that could be true.
It's a possibility.
That could be true.
I mean, someone said she could have daddy issues. Older men, bad boys. That could be a sign.
Right now, I mean, Sharrell, all that's a possibility. The only thing I'm saying is a lot of things are possible. But I'm going back to the basic choice. Most people make their own choices. And that's all I'm saying. And if I make a bad choice, I'm going to be in a bad situation. If I make a good choice, I'm going to be in a good situation. So her choices got her own choices got her where she at, regardless of growing up.
Yeah.
All these things, daddy issues and all that stuff. I ain't saying she don't have those. But at the end of the day, we got to hold you accountable for your own choices.
Yeah,
Go ahead, Gio.
Not like Perry saying, it might not even be that she from Chicago, because there's a lot of good people out there. It could be just her, like her personal self, her personal issues. Like some happen in her childhood to where she like that. Like it got to start from the childhood, like because a lot of women that grow up that be liking the bad guys, they all the time don't end up with a bad guy. You see what I'm saying? they see that and they avoid it and they go to a good guy. And when they get one, they sometimes they don't know how to treat them right, but then they eventually learn how to love that person and be with them. So Brittany, I think it's something to do with them meds. If it's something to do with in their drinking, plays a major role in that and all of that.
I don't think she has daddy issues. I think it's mommy issues. I think that because her dad was in her life and she was raised by her dad. But we have no idea what type of man her mother was with. Maybe this is a relationship she's seeing and she just wants to mirror it.
Yeah, I mean, Avalati got a point.
I agree. It could
All
be
right,
that.
guys, I'm gonna wrap it up. Let's go around and tell me, what do you think of the other way as a whole? Start with you, Avalati. Are you feeling it? Are you liking the season?
Love it. Love it.
Doesn't it seem more real to you?
Yeah, it's not just that it's real issues, you know? It's not the fake pretend, you know, Larissa and Cole thing where y'all not married, but y'all still in each other's lives. It's just like real drama.
It's real. It's real. All right, Avalati, see you next video. Bye.
Bye.
Gio, what are you thinking of this season?
I ain't gonna lie, I love this season. Just like Avalavi said, this is real issues, real people that's going through stuff. Don't seem like none of this stuff is no stunt. Like at least in Usman's situation, it seemed like some real relationships that they really going through a lot right now. So even with the Kenneth and the Armando stuff, like he had to leave his family. He was crying. That was a touching moment. You know, like these people really going through it. Even the girl going to India, you know, like she finna have a baby over there. She had to think about life prices and having that baby in India. I mean Ethiopia. My bad. I'm sorry, but Ethiopia. And with Jihoon, look where he live at. I mean, and Devin don't want to live in that predicament. This is some real stuff going on. Like,
and you know what?
I love this
Gio, you don't have these people trying to manipulate what goes out into the blogs, into the media. They're just sharing their life with you and being real about it. And I think we appreciate that. You know, not being lied to every 5 minutes. Yeah. All right, Gio. I'll see you next video. Thanks for calling in. Okay, bye. Perry, what do you think of this season as a whole?
I mean, personally, I think it's up and coming, but I don't think it's totally real from the standpoint. But I don't think TLC is actually writing a skit for it. I mean, because you got Armando, Kenneth, real people, and you got real life situations. But
do you think it's fake?
No. I'm saying it's not a fake part because you got scammers in real life, so it's still reality. I'm saying.
What do you think is scamming?
Yazan and Brittany. I'm saying I don't think TLC had to write a script for this.
Why do you think they're faking? It has nothing to do. I mean, them.
No. I'm saying I think they got other agendas outside of just finding love.
What?
Yeah. The being on TV. I'm saying like, okay, I think Yazan and Brittany both are using TLC for fame with no intentions on really ever being together. That's all I'm saying.
I disagree, Perry.
If you plan on being with somebody, I think you might have to start with a divorce. And I think if he was planning on being with somebody, he would have to start with an attitude adjustment.
You forget when you're that age and you're that young and you're making decisions in life for the first time, people can really be that naive. I don't think, me personally, I don't think she's putting on. I think she's really making these bad decisions in her life. I mean, no.
Well, no. I'm saying I'm open to somebody else's opinion. I'm just telling you mine. I'm just saying outside those two, I think most of the show is it's better than last year's.
Way better.
And what I'm saying, I don't feel like TLC is actually scripting these out to come out the way it is. But
I got that point.
When you get two people who got their own agendas, that happened in real life. It happens around the corner from you. It's just
right. You're saying we're not talking about TLC. You're saying Brittany came on the show strictly for camera time. Mm-hmm. Now, I don't know. Let's keep watching. I don't agree with that. I think that she's young and she's really making these bad decisions. I think that Yazan is really in a place where he is trying to be one person in front of his family and another person behind closed doors with Brittany. We'll see though. But we both agree that this season is the best.
It's starting to heat up. It's starting to
heat up. It's the best. And it's just refreshing. It's just truer than before the 90 days.
And that's all we can ask for. That's all we can ask for right now.
Yeah. All right. Thanks for calling in, Perry. I appreciate it.
All right. Thank you.
Okay, you guys, the consensus is in. We pretty much love this season of Before the Other Way. It's way better than Happily Ever After, and 10 times, maybe a million times better than Before the 90 Days. We appreciate them sharing their real life and all of their troubles with us. It's just starting up. We're going to have plenty of conversations like this. But that's what I thought of last night's episode. Thank you guys for calling in. I'll be back in about an hour with another Housewives video. Thanks for dropping by, guys. See you next time. Bye.